Conversation with Death. Written and read by Mark Crimmy. On the day that Death came to speak with me, he was dressed in darkness. The first words out of his mouth were nothing. The second words out of his mouth were black. Death lives everywhere, but Death prefers to live in the basement. I never mustered up the courage to ask him why. Who am I to question such a friend? Death is everyone's best friend, whether they acknowledge him or not. Each and every day, Death encourages me to live. Death has never lied to me, so I trust him implicitly. Why wouldn't I? I know I can count on him, especially in a pinch. I count on Death like I count on the sun, and so can you. Death always reminds me to laugh at the absurd, and for that I am thankful. What on this earth isn't absurd? Do not confuse death with oblivion, as the oblivious have never met death and do not even know he exists. Each and every day, death encourages me to live. Death comes to visit the people much more often than they realize. He is not trying to scare anyone. He's just attempting to shake them into reality. Reality is not for the weak or the faint of heart. Reality is for the children of the sun. This is not an ode to praise death. This is an ode to take him off the back burner and place him on the front burner. For death is the joker, and the joke is on all of us. Each and every day, death encourages me to live. They say each and every day is a gift, but many would argue each day is a lesson. A lesson not for this world, but a lesson for a world to come. Whoever said death was a curse was a liar. For without the realization of death, there is no recognition of the absolute gift of life. Without death, there cannot be life. Each and every day, death encourages me to live. Death has visited me a few times throughout the course of my life, and with each visit, I fear him less and less. The message here is that death is not to be feared. He is to be embraced like a close friend. He is the ultimate teacher, the absolute ruler of perspective. One ignores death at their own peril. Neurosis is developed primarily through the lack of consideration of death. Jealousy is developed primarily through the lack of consideration of death. Fear is developed primarily through the lack of consideration of death. Each and every day, death encourages me to live. Ignore death at your own peril. He is not to be ignored, and he is currently hollering at us all louder than ever. He cannot be escaped. Let's all get our heads out of our asses, and let's all get our priorities straight. Time may already be up, whether you like it or not. Learn how to live even though it's probably too late. Each and every day, death encourages me to live. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll leave a comment, and I'll be talking to you soon.